Egypt's permanent representative of Pakistan for a statement, and we now give the floor to the youth delegate of the Republic of Suriname.
Mr. Chairman, I want to start my statement with a well-known saying that the world's biggest power is youth. So if we really want to change the world, we have to inspire young people. I address the committee today as a youth representative and an elected member of the National Youth Parliament of the Republic of Suriname. The National Youth Parliament is the highest representative body of the youth in the country, and the institution is recognized in the national legislation. This body consists of 29 members divided over 10 administrative districts. It is part of a broader National Youth Institute. The purpose of the National Youth Institute is to express and to have full experience of the right on participation of youth on management level, so that youth policy will be direct and efficient. This institute serves as a consultative body of youth so that the government receives input from youth in the formulation of its youth policy. This body can also be seen as a monitoring mechanism of youth policy. All youth of Suriname between the age of 15 and 22 is eligible to present themselves as a candidate and to be elected as a member of the National Youth Parliament. It is also important that a candidate has proof of solid support base in order to run as a candidate. Confirmed candidates get the opportunity to campaign for a month to be elected for the term of 3 years. Youth parliamentarians can be elected for terms of 2 years. This process is very similar to the process of election of the National Parliament, demonstrating the value of democratic principle among our youth in Suriname. Annually, the Youth Parliament organizes a Youth Congress which provides an open forum for direct interface between youth and policy makers in Suriname. Ministers with responsibility for youth issues, as well as the President and the Vice President, participate in these discussions. The Youth Congress results in the adoption of an outcome document with recommendations, which is presented to the policymakers so that these recommendations can be incorporated into the national youth policy. Mr. Chairman, I wish now to mention some achievements of the National Youth Parliament. Participation in capacity building and skills training for youth, including on entrepreneurship. Participation in discussions with the Ministry of Education to evaluate and amend school regulations to make them more child-friendly. Providing recommendations on improvement to access, which was translated into concrete actions undertaken to provide laptops and internet services to schools and youth in various parts of the country. In cooperation with several actors, including USAID, the project was implemented to focus on youth at risk, school dropouts, as well as youth in conflict with the law. Establishment of a confidential hotline for youth to call on any matter affecting them. In addition, I wish to inform that the Youth Parliament has started a debate on the contributions of youth in the post-2015 development agenda. Recommendations will be provided to the authorities to take into considerations in the global discussions. Mr. Chairman, Suriname is the portfolio holder in the CARICOM in the area of community development and cultural cooperation, including culture, gender, youth, and sport. The CARICOM Youth Ambassadors Program was initiated since 1993 by the CARICOM heads of state and government. This program reflects the commitment of the region to engage youth in decision-making process. In Suriname, the CARICOM Youth Ambassadors are elected by the members of the Youth Parliament. The same process goes for the Millennium Development Goal Ambassadors. I am proud to announce that the Council for Human and Social Development of CARICOM has mentioned Suriname as a best practice for youth participation. Suriname has also played an active role in building a bridge between youth of the CARICOM and UNASUR. In this regard, the CARICOM-UNASUR Youth Dialogue was convened. I also wish to highlight that Suriname, during its chairmanship of the Union of South American Nations, has placed youth high on the agenda. As a result of this, a first UNASUR Youth Summit was held in November 2013 in Suriname. A second meeting was held in Argentina, and they recommended to the heads of state and government to create a youth working group. In closing, Mr. Chairman, our positive experience in Suriname regarding the youth participation, in particular its recognition in legislation, is something that we can share with the rest of the international community. I thank you for your attention.
I thank the representative of Suriname for his statement, and we now give the floor